just going to shake that up first. I'll explain what it is in a second. Right. Okay, let's pick one out. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. It's more commonly known as a goodbye, but good morning all of those, including, but not excluded to, a fleur de lis. Yeah, we'll talk more about what that is in a second, but we'll carry on now. Right, okay. So this is a Cup of Tea podcast. I have my cup of tea over here. I'm going to get that and drink that, because I need it. Ah, that's better. Sort of. Ugh. I'll explain that in a minute. It's something to do with my mouth. It's got like a... Not a blister. What is it called? What's a mouth blister called? That's what it's called, a mouth blister. What are they called? Mine's gone blank. Why does it do this whenever I'm recording? Ulcer? Not abscess. Ulcer, I think it is. An ulcer. Yeah, the weird things in your mouth. Really painful. It's right in an awkward place, so it keeps knocking it. So it's never going to go away. So drinking helps because I can... Because drinking helps, somehow. I don't know why. But anyway, right. So, this is Cup of Tea Podcast, episode 28, and 9th of the 2nd, 2015. And let's just get on with it, shall we? Might as well. Right, so, what have we got? Last week's videos. Oh, by the way, I'll explain what that thing was at the beginning. I'll explain that in a second. Right, so last week's videos, we had a Cup of Tea Podcast, episode 27, 2nd of the 2nd, 2015. Assassin's Creed 2, episode 32, Saddle Sword. Assassin's Creed 2, episode 33, Are We Human or Are We Dancer? Assassin's Creed 2, episode 34, The Sugar Cube. Assassin's Creed 2, episode 35, I think we're finally coming out of the Animus. Overlord 2, episode 8, Sword of Swirling. Overlord 2, episode 9, Goodnight Warrior, Sleep Tired, Try Growing Something. Episode 1, Crest. Overlord 2, episode 10, Pointing at Nordberg. And there should have been another one, P, but update. I'll talk about an update. And then this week, coming up, we should have, although technically this should be out already, so by the time this goes out, it will be Assassin's Creed 2, episode 36, Pointing 8, The Pointers of Venice, but that'll be out before this, but it's not out yet. A Cup of Tea Podcast, episode 28, 9th of the 2nd, 2015, is this. If you didn't know. And then later today we've got Assassin's Creed 2 episode 37 Desynchronized, Died on the Floor. Then Tuesday we have Assassin's Creed 2 episode 38 British Beverage. And then Assassin's Creed 2 on Wednesday episode 39. It should be called Dr. Heal Her Dr. C. But I'm not sure about that because I haven't finished editing that yet. But more than likely going to be that name because I'm halfway through. And then unfortunately I didn't meet my target of trying to get them all edited before today because of various things that happened. Again, update. We have Assassin's Creed 2 episode 40, Assassin's Overlord 2 episode 11, Overlord 2 episode 12, and Assassin's Creed 2 episode 41, which is a pointing one. Not sure what it's going to be called. And of course we have the Try Something video as well, but we'll talk about that at the end. Okay, so, hint. Do we do hint at the end? We do the hint at the end. So let's have a look at my list about things that I need to talk about. We have the updates. So, update. One of the other videos next week, obviously probably going to be more, but the only one I know about so far. One of the videos is corrupted, so I have to use fraps, so the quality drops and skips and does horrible stuff. The only one so far I have is Overlord Assassin's Creed 2, episode 38, the British Beverage does that. For the first half, I think. Right, so that's that one done. And so now let's talk about some bad news first. I think, yeah, do the bad news first and then get the good news, it'll soften the blow a little bit. So, obviously I haven't finished all of the editing because I'd like to do that before today, but I didn't. I was on track, I'd started on Thursday to do 3 and then 3 the next day and 3 the next day. It didn't happen because I was doing alright, but sadly things happened and it didn't, as you can probably guess. So what specifically happened? I was doing it all alright. I was one behind, but I thought I could do one on Sunday, so that'll be alright. So it was going to fit into my thing. And then I did alright on the next day, although bad news was one of them corrupted, so I needed to film it, and I just didn't have the time to do that. So I was still one behind, but 1.5 behind. But that was still okay. And then finally, when it came to I think it was Saturday when no, it wasn't Saturday. Was it Saturday? It might have been Saturday. It must have been Saturday because I recorded it. Friday night, it was a bad day. Everything that went wrong did go wrong, including me accidentally deleting all the video files because I was stupid and I forgot the pointing episode was in that folder. So I deleted that folder, and it permanently deleted it because the file was too big. So all that was deleted, so I had to sort of work around it again. So as you probably saw yesterday, if you watched the pointing episode of Assassin's Creed, it's shorter because I can't get some of the stuff back, and it's just a little bit different than what it would have been. But it wasn't too bad. Like, I always try something. It's just the update. Yeah. I'm supposed to talk about it now anyway. Or maybe I'll save it for the topic. I'll save it to the topic because we haven't got much for topic this week. But yeah, but I'll talk about more about looking for the good in the bad after this. But yeah, that happened. But now some good news. I did mention I've got an ulcer as well. That's probably why. Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. Makes me less concentrating. So if it's still got it by when I do the next week's gaming videos, you might hear me mention it. So I'm drinking like 50 bottles of water a day just to try and survive. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about the thing at the beginning. So the new thing I wanted to start, I've talked about this in pointing. Sort of. Yeah, I've talked about it in pointing and I've used it in this. This is the first time I'm using this. It's basically going to be called the Jar of Names. Because it's not a jar, it's a cup at the moment, but I will be getting a jar. Once I get my card sorted out, because my card is wrong as well. Another updatey thing. My card went out of date, and then I didn't get a new card because apparently my account is under 16s. I'm 21, I have been 16 for 5 years. So that happened as well. And I've got a new card now, just need to wait for a new pin, which hasn't come yet, which should come out sometime this week, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, who knows. And then I'll get jars, and it'll be proper jar of names. But yeah, this is the new thing I'm starting. I was sort of thinking as I was playing something or other, or doing something or other. Like the intro, I don't like my intro too much. Like I usually say, you know, hello, how's it going, that sort of thing. It's not right. So I thought, how could I make it my own and change it as to how I usually do, like change it to my own sort of style. So what I decided to do was like Mention Monday and all my mentions that I always sort of do, and including you, which is like I try to do that. That seems to be my thing. A lot of things to do with you, like Q&As and stuff like that. So what I've done is every name that was been on Mention Monday started from last episode of the Cup of Tin podcast. I've written down their names. So for example, I just picked out another name and it's Horrors. And obviously I've got everybody else's in here, like Wan Dalen was on last week. That Horse 2 as well. And it's like all the names are in this little cup at the moment. It will be a jar. So let's just call it a jar for now, just so it doesn't confuse things. E. So what I'll do is I'll shake it up at the beginning of a main episode of something, like not gaming videos, because I don't usually do an intro in there anyway, but say, for example, like try some videos and this and stuff like that, I will do it in them. So what I'll do is I'll shake it up, like I did at the beginning of this, and I'll pick out a name, and I'll say hello to that person specifically, and to everyone else. So I've done two episodes, so I've done this week's try something video as well, so I've got 2 names in my list. Obviously it was, whose name was it today? Aiflodolise. There has to be the one I don't know how to pronounce. And then obviously there's somebody else on Saturday, which will be the try something video as well, which you'll do in that. But I thought that was quite an interesting way. Like, to me, that's quite exciting. Like, when I thought the idea, it was like really good. It's obviously gone down a bit now, so I've done it, and it's... No, I don't know. I think it's all right. We'll see how well it turns out. But I think it's just a little bit different. It's something that I'd never seen before. Somebody else do. I'm sure somebody's done something similar, but never quite the same probably. So I'm going to stick with that and see how well that goes and see. Let me know how you think. I think it's a good idea, and I'm quite excited to see how well it goes. Obviously, there's details as well about if the cup gets too full, or if there's people on there that have not died but gone away, sort of thing. Died's a bit drastic, but you know what I mean. Like if they're not watching anymore, like I'll probably restart sometime, get new names in and stuff like that, just to keep it fresh, you know. I've planned it all out. Trust me, I plan. I'm a meticulous planner. But that's that, and that was quite exciting. Right, topic then. What have I written down for this topic? Online servers being shut down. Yes, that's what I've written down. Because sadly, something else that threw this week was Overlord 2 servers have been shut down. They were shut down probably for a while, but I've only just noticed now, so I can't get the trophies that I have to. You need to get into Overlord 2, which is bad. I didn't like it. I spent like a whole 2 hours trying to figure out what life was, and just what I'm going to do with life. Bit drastic, I know, but still. I'm a completionist. It annoys me if I don't got them. But I've come to terms with it now. I've got every trophy that I can get, so I'm all right about that now. And then I've been trying to sort of think about pulling my finger out and actually cracking on with the rest of the online trophies for the game. So the only ones I'm mainly concerned about are Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations, more so Brotherhood. So I want to try and get them, as that's going to affect today's question as well. But yeah, that's not too bad. I'm sort of settled with it. And I wanted to talk about something else, which I just talked about now a minute ago, about looking for the good and the bad. Ages ago, I watched a series of videos from Hat Films, where unfortunately, when they're recording a video series, I don't think they're playing Minecraft, they each records each of their own footage. There's 3 people. However, 2 of them got corrupted, and there was only 1 left. So instead of, you know, I don't know what they were going to do, like doing it all again, or doing something else with it, they decided to make a positive out of a negative and make it into Walrus vision, because he's a walrus. Not literally, but still. So then, you know, that's always sort of stuck with me, and it's about making the best out of what you've got, sort of thing. Like, if something's bad, look at the good side of it. It's, you know, that sort of thing. Like, make things, do the best with what you've got. So say if I wanted to race a car, but obviously the best way to race a car would be like something like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that. And all I had was T. I know, some little old car which name plate has fallen off. You know, it's making the best out of what you've got. So that's sort of always stuck with me, and it's always hopefully going to stay there. I've tried to apply it in everyday sort of life. But that's not what I want to talk about. Right, is that it? No, now we've got the other topic as well, which is book club. What am I reading? I'm still reading Sharpe's Tiger. No, Sharpe's Triumph. Tiger was the first one. Sharpe's Triumph. So what have I done since the last time I did the book club? I said that maybe they were going to go in a certain way, which was I thought he was going to leave the British Army and go to the Kampu's army, or the Sultan's Kampu, whatever it's called. Because of this woman that was in it who he fell in love with. Well, not fell in love with, but had a thing with. Spoilers, by the way. He didn't do that. He didn't, and I thought he was. Sort of, they still incorporated it all in together. Like, they've got another way of how it's worked, like how they can meet up. So it's all kind of interesting. It's still working out, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But it wasn't the way I thought it was going to be. But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be as well. So plus, you know what it is. And I think that's about it. So let's go on to the community section, which is Mention Monday first. Right, on PC. Where are the names? So this week on Mention Monday, we had a few names, not many, but a few. We had Nick Pro, Dragon Lord 55511, and Horia, and Fat Horse 2. Yeah, so not many names, but a few, and that's good enough for me. Right, so what's after that? Is it questions or something? Q&A. This is a Q&A. Right, okay, so from my Lord of Dragons, the Dragon Lord 55511 asks, hello, Sir JDTwoSixTwo. I have 2 questions. Is Welsh Rabbit also called stewed cheese where you are from, and what type of tea do you consume while doing your videos, like Earl Grey or some kind of tea? I just realised, like, no. Okay, so my Lord of Dragons, no, Welsh Rabbit is not like stewed cheese. I googled what stewed cheese was because I've never heard of it before, and it's definitely not that. Welsh Rabbit is cheese on toast. It's toast, melted cheese on top. That is Welsh Rabbit. So it's definitely not stewed cheese. And the other question was, what type of tea do I drink? There are many types of tea. There are Earl Grey, there are Darjeeling, there are Lady Grey as well, which, if you can think about a game that I've always wanted to sort of do as well, where Lady Grey might come into it somehow, you know, I'm thinking about some things I can do in a video there, you know, like Earl Grey and the Lady Grey sort of thing. I'm thinking about things in my head are turning, but no, I just drink bog standard tea. This one is Assam, or is it? No, this is Assam tea. Which is, I think it's just a normal bog standard supermarket Assam tea, or is it British English breakfast? I don't know. It's one of the two. But it's usually PG Tips or one of them two that we go for. And at the moment I think I've got Assam, which is a place in India or somewhere around there. I'm trying to think of the other place where. What is that other place where Muslim is the main religion? Is that India? No, there's another one. What is it? I can't remember what it's called. Wow, I'm stupid. Okay, and the other question is from Nick Pro. He says, I have a question for you. In what Let's Play did you have the most fun? You can include the old ones too. Let's do one of each. The old one, Dark Cloud, because I think doing that game was good, because I did it when I first started. It was my second one. I did it when I first started, sort of thing, and it sort of, because it was long, I sort of learnt how I do my sort of style and got settled in with that Let's Play, which was good. Obviously, I would love to do it now still, but I can't because I need to get permission from Sony, and Sony are stupid. They're not stupid, but they're big, and it's hard to get contact information with big people. But that was quite good, so I sort of learnt my style from doing that. Since the redesign, so obviously the ones that are on my channel now, what have I had the most fun with? Assassin's Creed, the first one was quite good. That was fun. Probably not the funnest as this. What was the second one? I'm trying to think what I've done. From Dust was cool, but that was annoying because I was a blind one. Prince of Persia, no. Full stop, no. And then I think the rest of them, what was the rest of them? It was Overlord Raising Hell, and then the two I'm doing now is Assassin's Creed 2 and it's Overlord 2. I think I'm probably going to have to say it's either between Assassin's Creed 2 or Overlord Raising Hell. Overlord Raising Hell was quite fun because it was quite a long one, and everyone seems to like that, so they watched that. And it was good sort of getting to the community, talking to everybody as well with that one. Assassin's Creed 2, not many people watch from what I can see. It only gets like 9 views compared to something like Overlord, which gets like 18, so compared to that one. But Assassin's Creed 2, I like the game, it's fun. And like we've got things from point. Like, I proper planned it as well, which is probably why I think that was more fun because it's got like pointing in it, which started in that and stuff like that. So one of them two I think is probably the favourite. Right, what's after this? Is it subscribers? I think it's subscribers. It is subscribers. Good news about subscribers. Coming up, I think 2 more weeks maybe of long months or big months, and then after that it's like 5 names a month. So I might put say 3 or 4 into one video just so we get it done quicker. So it won't take long at all. But this is from January 2014. We're nearly close up. We're catching up. There's 25 names today. So we have Tau, Ravemaster 013, Al West, Zelda Master 39, Pyramid Head 156, Eunice Ribeiro da Silva, DD, It's Wiggles, Nicholas Hardesty, Remy Zakiraj, B. Rapson, Derek S. Leclerc, Gregory Klein, B. Rapson, Weir M. I Am the Stump, H00VY, Lorraine Timmermans, Jordan Ovarasi, Ed Eggleton, Tyler Rule 51, Jonathan Phillips, The Dead Gamer, Heavy Machine Gun 200, and Damian Ray 80. Okay, so those are the people that subscribed all that time off. I might have got your names wrong. You might have unsubscribed. All that sort of stuff. Okay, but we're catching up. And this week it is questions. Last week's question was, do you prefer shorter or longer videos? Or, as in, more shorter or more or less but longer? Yes. And Nick Pro says longer videos, so I've sort of taken from that and gone with that, if you've noticed this week coming up as well. So I'll keep that in mind for the future, just so that's sort of sorted out. And this week's question is linked to the servers going down. This is important. Anybody, I think I've asked this before, but if anybody has Assassin's Creed Brotherhood for the PlayStation 3 and wants to get a game going, it'll be so fun. I did the tutorial again, because I can't get an online match because there's not enough people, but I did a tutorial of it again, and I was just thinking, how amazing would this be to do this with commentary? Like, just to have like, say, one of you, say, where's my jar of names, just so make it more topical about the jar of names. So say, for example, if Paragon Gamer was playing, and I'll be like, I'm walking around trying to find him to kill him, and I'll be like, is that you? Is that you? Is that really you? See, how fun would that be? I'll do a proper video for maybe announcing things, but I just want to know who's got it now, just so I can know if we've got enough people. Because as soon as we get 3 more people, so me including 3 more people, as soon as that happens, we will do this, we will record it, we will put it up. It will be amazing. Everybody's going to have such a fun time. I promise you that. We'll have like one where we're doing the trophies, and then we'll have a few, obviously, just fun games, because it'll be fun. But I can't wait. If anyone has it, please let me know. I really want to do this. I really want to play with you, every single one of you, if I can. But it should be so cool. You know it will be. I hope. It's gonna be. I can't see it being anything else, but it will be. So yes, if you have it, let me know. Pretty please. If you have any friends that have it that would be interested in this as well, let me know as well. And we'll sort it all out. I think it'll be great fun, and I can't wait. So yeah, let me know as soon as possible. I can't remember who said they've got it last time, but we need to get this done, because it'll be amazing. Okay, what else we got? I think that's about it. Is it not? Birthdays, I think, is the next one. It is. If you've got a birthday, let me know what it is, and we'll get it sorted out, and I'll add it in the book, because we don't think I have many. So if you have it, please let me know. Important as well. Many important things. And that's it this week. This week is done. What was the hint last week? No one got it, or they could get it, and they just didn't say. I'm guessing it's that one, because I think it was a really easy one. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was about the... it doesn't start... Farming doesn't start with this one or something like that. It's more of a hint about what else is coming this year, hopefully something as well. But it was, of course, the crest, so it was growing the crest, but it doesn't just stop with the crest. It's going to go on to something else, maybe not in the Tri-Summit series, maybe in a different series with something else that I do, if that makes sense. But this week's hint is quite a good one, because I like these sort of things. It seems to get people seem to have fun when they're doing this, because they actually comment about it and stuff. But this week, it's quite a difficult one. There's been 2 words... been read off in this video. It's to do with 2 events coming up. That's the clue. But I've mixed and matched them, so you can get 1 letter from the first word, and then the second letter will be from the second word. So you have to sort of get all the letters and then sort of mix them around to try and find out which one it is. It's difficult. If I challenge you to find it, if you find it, then I will give you a big high five, or sort of thing. And just well done. But it's quite tricky. We'll see how well it finds out and see who wins. I'm looking at you, Mr. Dominic. You seem to be doing well. You've done 2 weeks. You've done 2 already. Let's see if you can do a 3rd one. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to finish my cup of tea. Actually going to finish it because it's quite cool now. My mouth wasn't big enough. There we go. That's all done. Right, okay, that's that done. See you next week for another podcast. If you're doing it, we'll continue with the jar of names. And then we'll also got Assassin's Creed later today, Overlord 2 on Friday, and the Trismith video on the Saturday. So whenever I shall see you next, I will say goodbye, thank you for watching, and everything else. And if you want to get in mentioned Monday, or in the jar of names, just simply comment before next Monday. And everything will work out okay. Okay, goodbye. Thank you.